Namaste, namaste to you all.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaskar. Jai Ma.
Pranams Maharaj.
Jai Ma, Tom.
Jai Ma Maharaj.
Yes. Gunamai, namaste.
Pranam Swamiji.
Namaste, Lalita.
Namaste. Acha, thank you, Swamiji.
Very good. So we'll start with our prayer. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we study with energy and vigor, may our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Your nectar-like words and warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's own life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. We are studying the life of Sri Sarada Devi. Sri Sarada Devi and her divine play. So here this chapter is mother of all. We are human beings. We have various relationships in our society. We have our sisters and brothers, our parents. And as we know, the closest of all is mother. But one thing is mother, human mother. Human mother gives us birth, takes care of us right from childhood when we do not know anything, feed us, wakes in the night when we soil her, she cleanses us. So we know a little of mother and her sacrifice. And we are so grateful to her. And then comes teaching. One is giving birth and forbearing all the pain, the labor pain. It is said that it is the third degree or maybe more than that torture. So taking all pain, she gives us birth. And also, there is no payment. Though, it is said that there was interview that you have to work for 24 hours, no payment. And you have to bear, some burden for say 9 months and this, that, so like description. But nobody was happy to do that. So mother is so kind that she takes She is volunteer. She volunteers. She enjoys, of course. Motherhood is no. It is said that when a child calls her mother, that all pain is taken away. So this is the reward that she gets. So we know a little about the human motherhood. But what is that which is divine motherhood? Even in lower animals also we find this motherhood is there. Even dogs and lower animals. One brahmachari told me, I was in Gangotri. Gangotri is the origin of Ganga. Of course, Ganga comes from a glacier. It is called Gomukh, and then it descends to some lower height. That's Gangotri. So he said that once he saw that birds, gather some straw and put there for making nest. What he did, he picked up some straw and put it, thinking that the bird will not have to strive a lot. So he put it, but to his amazement, when bird came, it removed all the straw, and then she picked from somewhere some and then put it. So he thought there must be some reason. So he examined those things. So when he closely saw, then he found that those straw, whatever he kept there, had some bristle, little bristle. So then he thought that maybe those bristle would have hurt the small one. That is why she removed. So even instinctively, we find this motherhood in all being. And especially we find in human being. Because many things are taught as human. Some conducts, language, mother tongue, it is said. So mother attributes a lot. That is why mother is considered as divine. Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava. Mother is God to us. It's not only one day, Mother's Day, and then all the work is done. No, all the time. So just think that if human mother sacrifices so much, what is the love that the divine mother has? And divine mother has got for all, not only human being, but even for lower beings, birds, animals, fish, everything. So such a mother, we are so lucky that we have such a mother who is mother of all. And, not only that, some good people, she's mother of good only. No. She's mother of all, good, bad, and indifferent. And for that, she had to even forbear lots of pain also. So this is the greatness of mother. How far we say it is not enough to describe the motherhood. That is why we, like Swamiji also said, I don't mind if Sri Ramakrishna goes away, but if mother is angry, then we are destroyed. So mother is such a adorable being, and especially divine mother, and we are so lucky that we have Holy Mother, pure mother, and nothing else, no expectation. See, worldly mother has got some expectation that my child will be grown up and look after me, or like that, some desires. But Holy Mother had no such desire. Only thing that She wanted to feed us. She wanted to see that we progress in the spiritual life and nothing else. So this is very special. And we are so lucky, Mother is taking all care of us. We are so lucky. So with this introduction, let us delve the life of Mother.
We're on page 429.
Yes.
It is said that after Holy Mother passed away, Amzad suffered a sword wound during a robbery. That wound became septic and ultimately caused his death. Thus, he reaped the result of his karma. It is not known what was in Amzad's mind after the mother's passing away. He must have missed a mother who showed him such love, compassion, and forgiveness. The mother demonstrated through Amzad how the power of love can counteract the power of evil, and as a result, her family was never attacked by those Muslim robbers.
See, like this, Amjad, a robber, but Mother loved him and also tried to bring him to a respectable level. But as it happens that we have our own karma and we are to suffer our karma. So what we can learn from this, though Mother is taking all care, but it is our responsibility to do some good work, or we are to lift ourselves. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayat. Even if the Divine Mother is there, but until or unless we improve ourselves, how can we lift ourselves? Therefore, depending on Mother is good, but what the intention of Mother, that we must understand. The intention of Mother is not that we should go astray. It is painful for Mother that if we go astray, we are to try to understand her will, and we are to strive for that. Then only her help will be understandable. Her grace can be felt when we uplift ourselves. And this opportunity that she has provided to us, that we are to harvest. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
Mother of the Muslims. No human being is perfect, yet everyone struggles to attain perfection. Christ said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as the Father in heaven is perfect." Only God is perfect, and the goal of religion is to attain that perfection which is within all beings. People make mistakes, small or big, and those mistakes are our teachers. They uplift human souls and help people make progress on their journeys. But one does not make any progress by brooding over mistakes or lamenting one's sins. Ramakrishna said, "If you do 99 good deeds for a person and one bad, he will remember the bad one and won't care for you anymore. However, if you commit 99 sins but do one thing to God's satisfaction, he will forgive all your wrongdoings." This is the difference between the love of man and the love of God. One day, a Muslim man offered Holy Mother some bananas and said, "Mother, I have brought them for the Master. Will you accept them?" "Of course I will," replied the mother. Extending her hands, she said, "Give them to me. You have brought them for the Master. I shall certainly take them." A woman attendant of the Master was present and immediately protested, "Mother, we know he is a thief. How can you offer his things to the Master?" Without acknowledging her protest, the mother gave puffed rice and sweets to the man. After he left, the mother scolded her attendant and said sternly, I know who is good and who is bad.
Say like this. The intention is important. It's not the matter. How we offer. Like suppose you make a very costly gift and you are proud of that. Oh, I am giving a costly gift. That is not accepted. It happened in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. One of his disciple bought a wonderful garland. It's a thick one. And Sri Ramakrishna was there and the bhajan was going on. And then Sri Ramakrishna started dancing. And he put that garland, it's called Gode Mala. That means a big, thick one. And mentally he was thinking that, you see, I have given this. And Sri Ramakrishna took from his neck and threw it and spitted on it. And then this devotee, first he thought, why he should do like this? Such a costly garland, and he is throwing. Most probably he does not know the cost of this. And he was complaining. And then it dawned on to him, or somebody told. So he understood that it is because of his pride. And he was repenting and he was weeping. When he started weeping, then Sri Ramakrishna took that garland and put on him, on his being. And then there was a song that's going on, that Chandra Surjo Har Porechi, like I have taken the garland of the stars and sun and moon. So with this song, that, what do I care for this small thing? So the main thing is we should not be proud. Maybe a small thing, but if you give that with love, that is more important. That is accepted. We go to various places for relief work. When somebody is in distress or some calamity, the natural calamities happens, then we conduct relief work. So one of our monk was going, so before he went to Swami Madhavanandji and he offered pranam. And this is not in one case, it may have happened various times because new batches go and then they are taught. So he asked, what will you be giving there? Oh, no, we have say various relief items we'll give there. So those are given by devotees. But what will you give? So ultimately, to cut a long story short, that then he highlighted that what we can give is our love. That is more important. Items can come and it can be given. So whenever we are doing some service, we have to be mindful that, am I offering this with love or just I'm bragging and giving with pride? So this we only can understand. It's not that somebody will come and tell you. And if it is with love, it will be accepted, know for certain. What can we give? Everything belongs to God. It's not that we buy fruit. Even money belongs to God. Fruits and whatever, flowers, etc., everything. Everything belongs to God. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, yomi, bhaktya prayachati. Bhaktya, with devotion. Maybe only a leaf. If you cannot do anything, just offer a leaf with devotion. Pushpam, phalam, a flower. But all these are not made by us. It is God who has made this. Only what we are doing, we are offering with our love, with our prayer. That is accepted. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Toyam means a little water. You offer that. Yome bhaktya, with devotion, when it is offered, tadaham bhakti uparadhidam ashnami. I eat them. Means I accept them. So this is the way we should offer anything to God. Of course, we should try to offer the best, not that what is rejected. That is why when you want to offer something, then even while buying, you must have that in mind, that I am taking this to offer to God. And even something which cooked. So with all sanitation and also cleanliness, that should be washed, and if it is possible, it should be separately cooked with all cleanliness. And then only it is offered. So it is love that is important. It is not the thing. And with this, the mind will be cleansed. Our mind is full of dirt. So to clean that, we should practice like this. Then only gradually we'll understand the grace that is bestowed on us. So this is the way we should offer, and never to brag for anything. And thought comes. It is very difficult. Thought automatically comes. So we need to be careful about it. Yes.
Rasan Ali Khan of Paramanandapur, a village adjacent to Shiromanipur, met the mother when he was 14 years old, and later told some incidents about her that he had heard from his uncles Mapeti Sheikh and Hamedi Sheikh. They made their living by farming lands owned by Hindus.
It is Sheikh. Sheikh means not sick.
Right.
Sheikh.
Second time I've done it. They made their living by farming lands owned by Hindus, and they also had a bullock cart business. Holy Mother hired their carts when she traveled from Jairambati to Kolpara or Vishnupur, and from Kolpara to Jairambati. The mother's devotees also hired their carts so that the Muslim family could make some money. The wives of those bullock cart drivers sometimes visited the mother. She called them Bibi Bao, daughters-in-law.
Bibi Bow.
Bibi Bo.
Like Bahu in Hindi, and that in Bengali, that's called Bahu.
She fed them and listened to stories of their families. There was no market in Jairambati. Badanganj and Kotalpur had big markets, and Shiromanipur had a small one. Almost every inhabitant of those Muslim villages grew vegetables. As Holy Mother had many visitors, Mapete quite often brought various kinds of vegetables to her, such as pumpkins, gourds, kachu, an edible root, and sajina, also called drumstick bean. During the winter season, some Muslims brought date palm juice and molasses to the mother. They were reluctant to accept money from her, but she insisted, saying, "My sons, you must accept a fair price for goods that you have produced with hard labor." The mother gave them money, fed them the master's prasad, and gave them puffed rice and sweets. Sabini Bibi, an elderly Muslim woman, purchased mangoes and jackfruits in Kotalpur and sold them in Jairambati. Holy Mother often bought fruit from her. Holy Mother called her aunt. During Muslim festivals, the mother would send offerings to the Dargah, a tomb of a Muslim saint, in Shiromanipur. One day, Mapete asked, Mother, you are a Hindu. Why do you send sweets and other offerings during Muslim festivals? She replied, My son, is God different? All are one. You see, the master practiced Islam sadhana and prayed like the Muslims. Names of God are many, but he is one. Mapeti once had a divine vision of the mother. From then on, he believed that Holy Mother was a pir, or saint.
So this is there in Sanatan Dharma, that means what we generally know as Hindu Dharma, has this thinking that all path, especially Sri Ramakrishna experienced in his own life, that all paths lead to the same goal. As we have a circle, and from each circle, say each point, there is a center. Center is one, but periphery may have various points, but all points meet at the center. But this idea is not in all religions. So whatever it is, Mother always taught this, that God is one, and to reach him, there are various paths. Only thing that one should follow sincerely with one-pointed devotion. Then one will achieve that. So we have no problem with anyone. Whatever one is following, that's fine. Only he should follow with devotion. Okay, we go ahead.
Mother of the Christians. Chapter 14 details Holy Mother's relationship with Western women. Without knowing their language, she communicated with Sarah Bull, Josephine MacLeod, Betty Leggett, Laura Glenn, Sister Devamata, Margaret Noble, Sister Nivedita, Christine Greenstidle, Alberta Sturgis Montague, Countess of Sandwich, and others. Her maternal love and affection broke all barriers of religion and culture, language and upbringing, and made these women her own. Holy Mother initiated a few Westerners, including men, two of whom later became monks. In 1911, at Madras, the Mother initiated Charles Johnston of New York, who later received the vows of brahmacharya from Sharadananda and became Brahmachari Amritananda. The same year, Holy Mother gave initiation to Cornelius J. Hageblom, known as Guru Das. During his initiation, the Mother told him that he could repeat the mantra at all times, but if he really wanted to get results, he should meditate at set times and concentrate on the meaning of the mantra. Later, Guru Das was asked how he had felt at the time of his initiation, since he did not understand Bengali and Holy Mother did not speak English. He explained, "When a child sits on his mother's lap, in which language do they converse? Similarly, I felt at that time as though the whole world dissolved and I was a small baby sitting on the lap of my mother. I felt inebriated and I had no doubts." In 1923, Guru Das received his monastic vows from Swami Abhedananda in Bellarmut and became Swami Atulananda.
Yeah, so one thing that should be highlighted, that is, you see, like, as of now, we cannot imagine the rural Bengal and the caste system there. I saw in my childhood how it is difficult for Muslim, like Hindus, especially Brahmin, that also when widowed. So Holy Mother interacted with them and intimately and as if they are her own. It is unimaginable that time. But she adopted them as her own. So this is very important. Even Christians, I was hesitant to drink water from a Christian family. When I was even grown up, say 18, 19 years old. So that was the thinking that time. And what I'm talking about, it is, not that, say, 100 years old. What mother did, it's just unimaginable. And secondly, that two disciples had instructions from Holy Mother regarding their spiritual, say, initiation. And that happened when she visited in South India. There also nobody could understand her language, but she conversed with them. In South India, there are various languages. In Tamil Nadu, so they speak Tamil, and in Karnataka, the Kannada. So like that. India has got about 22 official languages. So, so how she managed? Because it's mother speaks to children, and it is not on physical level; it is a spiritual level. That is why she could converse. So these are the points that came to my mind. Yes, go ahead.
Let's what's, okay.
Atulanand.
Yeah. The mother also initiated Dr. Halleck of New York and his wife, Gray Halleck. Sindhunath Panda wrote an eyewitness account. One evening, the mother was seated in her room in Udbodhan. Dr. and Mrs. Halleck sat in front of her. Dr. Kanjilal and I were present, and Girish Ghosh sat at the threshold of the door and acted as an interpreter. Mrs. Halleck said, "Mother, I am your daughter." "Yes, you are my daughter," replied the mother. Dr. Halleck, "Mother, how shall I know that you are the mother of the universe?" The mother replied, "As you have come here, you will understand in the course of time." I was moved listening to their conversation and seeing her in that domestic setting. One day, a Western woman came to see the mother at Udbodhan House. When she was talking, the mother was smiling and communicating by nodding her head. When that woman left, the mother told the devotees, with a view to talking to me, she bought a copy of Balya Shiksha, a Bengali primer book, and learned Bengali. She heard that I get up at 4 in the morning, so she also started to get up at that time. Blessed are those souls who came in contact with the mother and received her blessings.
Yeah, so mother is like, she lifts us from within. And there is no chastising, like, chastising fathers. Eh? So gradually she lifts us, and no harshness. That's the specialty of mother. Yeah.
Some of the mother's Indian disciples were very patriotic and did not care for English people. The mother told one of them, "My son, you and your other brothers, the English people, may quarrel among yourselves, but they are also my children."
That time, because India was colonized by Britishers, so gradually this idea came that they are invaders. They should be thrown out. And some started agitating, and even revolutionary, say, some fighters were there. They wanted to kill them. And those who were peaceful, they also wanted to reject the produce that was done in England So what they were doing, the Englishmen, what they were doing, they used to take raw material to England, produce some cheap things, and would bring back the produce. Say like cotton, they would take from India and take it to Manchester and other places and bring back this machine-made cloth. So what happened? The traditional weavers got unemployed. And because of that, the wealth of India was being drained to England. So they could understand that this is the cause. Those who were peaceful, they also rejected the clothes, etc., that came imported from England. So this way, a great agitation was going on. And some revolutionaries were there who wanted to fight it back with weapon. So both were there. For mother, they are also her children. That is why she told that you among them yourselves can fight and quarrel, but they are also my children. Yeah.
The mother's thoughts on British rule. India was under British rule during Holy Mother's lifetime. As a universal mother, she loved her English children, but she raised her voice against the government's injustices when necessary. As some of Holy Mother's disciples had previously been connected with the Indian revolutionary movement, the police kept an eye on the mother's place, which displeased her. In 1917, the mother was in her new house in Jairambati. Her brother Kali, Brahmachari Bharata, and others were on the veranda of the parlor when they heard some bad news. A villager by the name of Devvi Ghosh had a wife and sister. Both women were named Sindhubala. One of them was a political suspect. Devvi's sister was in an advanced state of pregnancy. The police of Bankura arrested both women and forced them to walk to the police station from their village of Jutbihar. The police were told they had made a mistake, and a suitable conveyance was suggested to transport the women to the police station, but the police paid no heed. The request for bail was refused, and the women were subjected to various humiliations. Kali rushed to Holy Mother and reported everything. Holy Mother shuddered and her face turned red. She said in an extremely angry voice, "What does all this mean? Has it been done by the order of the government, or is it a clever act by the police officer concerned? We never heard of such cruelty to innocent women during the reign of Queen Victoria. If the government is responsible for the matter, then it will not last long. Was there no young man nearby who could slap the policeman and snatch away the girls? Where were Devvi's brothers?" Kali and the monks discussed the matter, but news came that evening that the women had been released. When Kali gave the news to Holy Mother, she said, "If I had not heard of their release, I could not have slept tonight." A couple of days later, the mother said to Prabhakar of Arambagh, "This British rule will not last long. It will continue only as long as Queen Victoria's merit lasts." Holy Mother was very thoughtful and farsighted. She sensed that in the near future, many Westerners would come to India, attracted by the ideals of Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. Swami Ritananda recalled, "Krishna Prasanna, a learned devotee, stayed at Kolpara Ashrama for some days. One day, the mother told us, 'Look, in the course of time, many devotees will come from Western countries. You should learn English well from Krishna Prasanna.' Accordingly, we started to take English lessons. but it was continued some days later when Krishna Prasanna left.
So mother, though, could not read English, but she promoted English. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Holy Mother's patriotism. Swami Ishanananda recalled, once during Durga Puja, the mother gave me the responsibility of buying clothes for her nephews and nieces. I bought clothes made of coarse native cloth, but the girls did not like them. They wanted fine English stuff. Irritated, I told them, those clothes are made in England. Do you think I will buy those foreign goods? The mother was seated there and she listened to the discussion. Then she said with a smile, my son, the English people too are my children. I must live with all. I cannot be exclusive. Please buy clothes according to their choice. Later, I noticed that whenever any foreign articles had to be purchased, the mother would ask someone else to buy it instead of me. It was against her nature to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, see how mother managed with a smile, though the person was not keen. And that time it was the thinking. What happens, like when one weaves, it's not that smooth. It's rough. It's called khadi. But machine made are smooth, like what we can see nowadays. And it can make finer clothes. So that is the, and the girls did not like that. So that is the point. Yes.
During World War I, there was a tremendous scarcity of cloth in India because all of the mills were in England. The British took cotton from India and produced cloth in their country and then exported that cloth to India at high prices. One day, Vibhuti Ghosh, a devotee of Holy Mother, went to visit his fellow devotee Sureshwar Sen in Vishnupur. A young girl of the Sen family said to him, Uncle, I can't leave my room, so I must pay my respects to you from here. Vibhuti threw his chadar, cotton shawl, into the girl's room. She covered herself with it and came out. When Vibhuti told this story to Holy Mother, she cried. A few days later, someone read Holy Mother some heartbreaking news from the newspaper. Some women had committed suicide because they had no clothing and could not leave their rooms. This made Holy Mother very sad. She cried loudly and then said, what will the women do if they have no cloth to cover themselves? Is there any other way to protect their modesty except suicide?
See, like this. A great feeling, motherly feeling. Though she loved everyone, but that feeling, that, like, that is uplifting. So we should feel, and Swamiji also said, feel my children, feel for downtrodden, feel for those who have nothing. So this is, that feeling is very important. And mother felt for all. Yeah, go ahead.
Swami Nikhilananda described the mother's patriotic feeling at this time. Holy Mother was patriotic in her own way and cherished the welfare of the country. During the First World War, people suffered intensely, especially the women from scarcity of clothes. Many of them could hardly go out in public, and the newspapers often reported the news of their suicides. One day, after hearing several reports of these heartrending episodes, Holy Mother could not control herself. Weeping bitterly, she said, when will the English go? When will they leave our country? Formerly, we had spinning wheels in every house. People used to make yarn and weave their clothes. There was no scarcity of wearing apparel. The British have ruined the whole thing. They tricked us and said, you will get 4 pieces of English cloth for a rupee and 1 piece extra. All our people took to an easy life, and the spinning wheel disappeared. Now what has happened to these fops? There's no end to their misery. She asked a disciple to give her a spinning wheel.
Yeah, so previously, various say all villages were independent. In the village, all the trades like weaving and then ironsmith, goldsmith, all these trades would be there. So villages were self-sufficient. But then Britishers took away the cotton and cheap clothes were imported, and that way they ruined the economy of villages. Even in the beginning, they before Britishers arrived, Dhaka muslin was very famous. Muslin. So even within you could pass a cloth through a ring. Such was their fine art of work. And gradually that deteriorated. And at the time when mother lived, that time it was so much that it almost people forgot. Then Gandhiji started this movement, Khadi movement, and everybody would spin their own cloth. So some people followed Gandhiji also, and he wanted to have that. But this is modern time. And the old craft may not come that way, but now the countries should be independent, self-sufficient. So this is, now it is happening that whatever cotton is produced there, the yarn is made and then it goes to factory to make clothes and then it is exported. Then that happened, say maybe after 50 years, after independence, it was started, and then now India is self-sufficient. But before that, that was the plight. Yeah.
One afternoon, the mother asked a devotee, "Hello, there was such a great war going on. Why did it stop all of a sudden?" The devotee replied, "Mother, President Woodrow Wilson of America submitted to the peace conference 14 points that brought a truce. Each party agreed, and thus peace was established." The mother asked what those conditions were. The devotee explained, "Not to invade another country, give mutual respect, give compensation for destruction, and so on." Holy Mother commented, "These are admirable words, but what they say comes from their lips. It would be wonderful if the words came from their hearts."
Yeah, that's why Second World War started. So, only lip, that's not enough. Even present situation also, it's very dangerous that we are going to face. But let us pray that good sense prevails and they understand the importance of it. For 3 years, this war is going on. And in Middle East also, there is some turmoil that we understand. But we have to pray. We cannot do anything directly. What we can do, we can pray. Yes, go ahead.
Mother of the birds and the beasts. In the 10th chapter of the Gita, Krishna described his divine manifestations. "I am the self, O Arjun, in the hearts of all creatures. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings." He further said that among trees, he is the Asvakta. Among horses, Uchchaisravas. Among elephants, Airavata. Airavata?
Yeah, Airavata.
Airavata. Among cows, Kamaduk.
Kamaduk.
Kamaduk. Oh, among animals, the lion. Among birds, Garuda, and so on. The entire creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe are in the domain of Shakti, who is the Divine Mother. She exists in all beings as consciousness and the Mother. In the Chandi, Brahma prayed, O Mother of the universe, you are the power behind the creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe. All these scriptures say that both immobile objects and mobile beings originated from the Divine Mother, so they are all parts of God or the Divine Mother. Ramakrishna was fond of dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Ramlal recalled, there was a dog in the temple garden that the master called Captain. Captain quite often sat on the front terrace of the mother's temple. Whenever the master would call him, the dog would come and roll at his feet. Then the master would feed him luchis and sandesh. The master once said, look, there are so many dogs here, but none of them sits in front of the mother except Captain. I have not seen any other dogs that sits on the steps near the Ganges and drinks Ganges water. Captain was born as a dog as the result of a curse. He had some good samskaras, tendencies, in his previous life, so he is here. He is a blessed soul.
And Swamiji also had one. So Bagha. Bagha means tiger. So like that, everything is intertwined. The whole creation is one. It is said, Neha nanasti kinchana. Here there are not many. It is one and the same that is manifesting in so many forms. So dog forms, in plant, everything. See, otherwise also we can understand that all these creatures are reflected in our consciousness. So these are not different from us. But if we hate them, then we invite our own deterioration. Mrittuh sha mrittum gacchati ya iha naneva pashyati. He goes from death to death, who sees here many. That is why we should not hate anyone. No creatures. All creatures are the manifestation of same divine. It is one divine manifesting in so many forms. So should we go and embrace? No, that is not required. If you embrace a tiger, then you can understand what will happen. Then the meditator will disappear. So it's not that, but at least we should honor and we should pray. And we have to see that to stage this great drama, Mother has created this grand stage. Okay, go ahead.
Nistarini Ghosh reminisced. Once a cat took refuge in Sri Ramakrishna's room at Dakshineshwar with her little kittens. The mother cat would sometimes sleep on his bed near his feet, and if he reached down and touched her with his hand, at once she would get up and seem almost to make a pranam, bow before him. It troubled the master much to know what to do with the cat and her kittens, for he felt that they did not get proper food at the temple. One day, when I came to see him, he asked me, "Will you do something for me?" I clasped my hands before him and said, "Whatever it is, that I must do." But again he asked, and I replied, as before. Then he told me of the cats and asked me to take them. "Remember," he said, "that they have taken refuge with me, so see that they get the best of care." Nistarini obeyed the master's instruction implicitly.
Yeah, here also, at the time of Swami Asheshanandji, a cat came. And she was, very strong. She would be closer to Asheshananji and like with her, emphasis like bossing. We can find that picture. Some pictures are there. And when I arrived, at least 2 times it happened that a cat came to our doors and started howling in the dead of night. I said, Mother, I want to see in your own form, not that cat form. So, because who will take care of that? So then it went off. So anyway, but we had a couple of the ducks. Duck came and at the entrance, north entrance, it laid 8 eggs and hatched also. And that's the most busy and busiest entrance there, and it hid itself without our knowledge. Then somebody told me that there are some some chicks are there, and then we saw. But that time I went to India, and Tom used to report me. Now they have gone. Their mother has taken for a lesson, swimming lesson. But then one by one, all the chicks were dead. Either hawks took them, and or maybe coyotes. And then one day we were standing there. The mother, Maru's mother, came and looked at us, and then she went away. But anyway, after that we have not seen any of them. So anyway, so they feel the presence of mother. They take shelter here. That is the point. The presence of mother is very much here. Okay.
Holy Mother took care of cows, cats, and birds. During Durga Puja, a goat sacrifice is part of the ritual. But when the monks performed Durga Puja at Bellermutt, Holy Mother forbade them to perform the goat sacrifice. A monk is not supposed to perform any cruel action.
And just a minute. What Holy Mother, see, at the time of Swamiji wanted to offer, but when he took permission, he wanted to take permission from her, and Mother said, Baba, my children, that you have given Abhay. Abhay means not to be afraid of me. Abhay, to all beings. How can you have this sacrifice? So this way, mother's logic is very, very concrete. You cannot deny that. And Swamiji had to admit, yes. Yes, go ahead.
A monk is not supposed to perform any cruel action. When the mother was living at Usbodhan house, good milk was not available, so the monks told her that they would send a cow to Calcutta. But Holy Mother protested. The cows in Bellermutt move freely about the monastery compound on the bank of the Ganges, but in Calcutta, they would be confined to a dark room in the city, and the mother could not bear that.
Abhayam sarva bhutebhya. So Abhayam, that at the time of sannyasa, we give and not to be afraid from us. All beings should be without fear. So this is mother's consideration, even for cows. Now, of course, in metropolis, you cannot keep a cow, but that time it was not that much. And Belur Math, we have a cow shed even today. And yeah, it is nice. And we go and see Lakshmi, we call it Lakshmi. Yeah. Yes. Some of our centers we have. In Lucknow also we have. Then the hospital centers like Kankhal we have. And we provide milk to patients in Lucknow also. Yeah. Go ahead.
Swami,
Yes.
I remember Swami was extremely protective of that cat.
Yeah.
They had saved its life. And it but he liked it to be inside. He didn't want it to run away. He was very is that and I read Ramana Maharshi helped an animal become illumined by touching it. Is that how are we to think of like when Swami Seshananda or in this case offered such extreme shelter and even enforced shelter to the cat? How are we to think of that?
Yeah, like I cannot understand or I cannot guess what Swami Asheshanji thought about it. But yes, when you see sincerity, even see there's one can understand its divine wish. So most probably Asheshanji also thought that way. This though I denied that, but I was thinking, oh mother, please forgive me. Because to keep here means it may soil here and there, and then who will clean that? And then taking care means attention is diverted. Devotees come to have some devotion, and then if they start playing with cat, so that much will be less. So thinking all this, I said, but still I was a bit submissive to mother. The mother, please forgive me, but if you are to come, you please show me your benign face.
Can an animal evolve spiritually, or it's doesn't not seem logical that
No. See, the thing is, why you are thinking that it is animal? It's all your imagination. If you evolve, then you'll see everyone is evolved. So Sri Ramakrishna saw that sparrows, some birds were chirping, but he heard Veda mantras there. Okay, it's like this. To a child, there is no thief, because there is no thief inside, and therefore there is no thief outside. But those who have that idea, that means thief inside. That's why they see thief outside also. Yudhishthir never saw anything wrong in Duryodhana, though he was evil-minded. But he used to call him Suyodhana, not Duryodhana. So this is important. All you conceive, this whole world is conceived by you. If you are good, then you'll see everywhere it is good. To a Brahma Jnani, nor a Brahman, this whole world is illuminated already. So except avatara, incarnation, they come and they can see both. That's why they try to uplift us. And they are compassionate, seeing our limitations. But a Brahmajnani knows there is no other than Brahman. That means only the divine exists and nothing else. All are, say, suppose you are dreaming, and in your dream you see a cat. Who is that cat? You yourself. So if you are evolved, then you'll see no cat. Or even if you see cat, that means illumined cat. So all illumination, etc., it is in our mind. So see, like for Leela, we have this distinction, like when you have a drama, say suppose you are composing a drama, so you'll have to conceive all kinds of people, even evil people also. So though that evil idea also belongs to you. So a knower of self, everything is illuminated already. Therefore, all these forms are immaterial. So whether it was a cat got illumination from, say, Asheshananji, or an animal from say that saint of
Ramana Maharshi.
Ramana Maharshi or Sri Ramakrishna, for them there is no distinction. Yes, we see distinction because we have this understanding that there are many. So this is what I
Maharaj,
am.
sometimes are not they cursed? They say they are cursed and they are born as
That's why.
animal or
That is
tree
why.
or something, and then they get liberated because
All this is because to satisfy our logic. So what happens exactly when you are illuminated? No, it is like this. If you go to sun, you cannot see any darkness. Okay, you can conceive, okay, I am closing my eyes in sun also. So that's a different issue. But there is there is only one thing. In Leela, yes, we have to admit everything. Then otherwise Leela will not linger. It will disappear. So in Leela, it's fine. It's all play. In play, what happens? The same school takes two parties. And then they struggle, so for football or soccer match. When after the game is over again, they are won. So, this is the grand play that is going on. So let us admit, no problem. They were cursed, yes. And they got illumination, yes. No problem. We can have that also. And there are...
Swamiji, this war is also Leela then, which going on.
What else? What else? See, without the consent of God, nothing happens. In His presence, everything happens. So Kurukshetra also happened in presence of Sri Krishna. And later, Gandhari told that until or unless you gave consent, this war would not have happened. Therefore, you are the culprit. So I am cursing you. And Sri Krishna accepted it gladly. And she cursed that like my clan has got destroyed, your clan also will be destroyed, fighting with each other. And that happened. So, this is a great game that is going on. So this war also, though it looks like insensitive, but, if we are to be limited, then we have to say, yes, it should not go. And then we fight. But if you have wider eyes, then you'll see everywhere it is God and God alone. In the beginning of worship, we recite this mantra. So, what is the mantra? Chakshuratatam. Prithvi, Pundarikaksham, Chakshuratatam. Everywhere it is God. And that mantra is not coming, though every day we recite. But, Om Tat Vishnoh Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayah Diviva Chakshuratatam. That means, in the beginning of worship, what we do? Om Tat Vishnoh, that Vishnu. Vishnu means all-pervading. All-pervading Vishnu. Everywhere it is Vishnu and Vishnu alone. There is no chance of anything which is not holy. Om Tat Vishnoh Paramam Padam, supreme Padam, supreme abode. Tat Vishnoh Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti, all the time he sees. Surayah Diviva Chakshuratatam, who is wide eyes, he sees God is everywhere, in all being. Therefore, apavitra pavitra va sarvavastham gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sa bahyabhyantara shuchi. So apavitra means uncleanliness. Apavitra pavitrava, or even cleanliness. All things to be removed. Apavitra pavitrava sarvavastham, all states of mind should go away. Yasmaret, when I remember God, Pundarikaksham, like great eyes of lotus, means God, Pundarikaksham. Savahya abhyantara shuchi, let my internal and external, everything is purified. So before starting puja, we utter this mantra. Om Tad Vishnoh Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Diviva Chakshuratadam Apavitra Pavitrava Sarvavastham Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sa Bahya Abhyantara Shuchi. So when everywhere it is God, what is not God? And what is happening? It is happening in our mind. I mean, see, like the thing is, this is the realization of our great souls. But we are not realized, so we see it. People are fighting. Okay, let us go ahead, fight. And we take sides and we suffer for that. So we invite our suffering. Right? So even war is happening in presence of God, because of God. This is a great fun that is going on. And sometimes political side also change. That's also his will. World in turmoil, sometimes peace, sometimes strife. What is to be done? And if we have developed these eyes, then we can have fun. Otherwise, we are miserable, terribly miserable. Okay.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
so it's like there is no hope after attending all this Vedanta class. Even if we get liberated, then we have to come back as a Billy.
No. Why Billy?
Someone cars
No. Why Billy? So
or dog or something.
when you're illuminated, see, this is the limitation. When you're illuminated, there is no other thing but one. Okay. Diviva Chakshuratatam. All everywhere it is God and God alone. What is the place for lower creation? So when realization happens, then there is no problem. But when there is no realization, then we have problem. Okay, I forgot to see the time. We have exceeded time. Okay. So thank you very much. Very good. David,
Pranam Swamiji.
namaste. So we'll say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Okay, one thing, since you said this, Vedanta class highlights what is truth. And Swamiji said, we have to pay homage to truth for our own good, for our own survival. The society, if it can pay homage to truth, it will survive. If we do not do, then we are perished. So, this truth we have to realize, and it is for our own good. After studying Vedanta, if we are thinking that we will have to go through cats and dogs, no. That already gone.
You're just saying that, Maharaj, because you say it's a cursed Billy,
Yeah,
mother
no.
said.
We are so blessed that
Yeah.
we are touched by the blessings of Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi and Swamiji and Thakur. We are not small. We are also great one. Let us think this way. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swami.
Jai Ma.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you.
Pranam Swamiji.
Namaste,
care.
namaste, namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.